With the OTAs finishing up, the Browns have a pretty tough decision on who their starting quarterback will be in Week 1. It's pretty obvious to start the veteran QB Joe Flacco, but there has been speculation of his job getting taken away early in the season. By who? Shedeur Sanders. Why do I believe that? Well, because at OTAs, while most rookies are still adjusting, Shedeur came out firing. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a near-perfect completion rate. His 11-on-11 stats, 9 for 14 on completions, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception off a tipped ball. Not too bad for a 5th rounder. It wasn't just raw numbers. His ball placement, elite. His touch and velocity, already turning heads. Browns analyst Nathan Zegura, who's been around the team for over a decade, didn't hold back. "He's got something," he said. "There's just something about him." The wildest part? He wasn't even supposed to be here. Shedeur wasn't the Browns' first quarterback pick in the draft. That honor went to Dillon Gabriel. Most teams wouldn't touch a second QB after that. But when Sanders was still on the board, Cleveland couldn't say no. And now, it's starting to look like they landed the better of the two. Shedeur didn't come into Cleveland with a chip on his shoulder. He came in with a full-on boulder. After all, this is the same quarterback who threw for over 4,000 yards and 37 touchdowns at Colorado, behind one of the worst offensive lines in the country. He took more hits than almost any other quarterback in the NCAA. Some scouts were concerned he'd picked up bad habits, but others saw something different: resilience. The ability to take punishment and keep delivering pinpoint throws. And now that he's in Cleveland, that toughness is showing. Day after day, Sanders is showing elite accuracy and an understanding of the offense that most rookies just don't have. Zegura went as far as saying, if this is an open competition, and if it's based on performance, he can be your starter Week 1, no doubt about it. But it's not just the arm, it's the mindset. Shedeur's confidence doesn't scream for attention, it earns respect. When Zegura interviewed him, he wasn't cocky, just steady, calm, focused. You could see the belief in his eyes, but not the arrogance. And that confidence is starting to rub off. Head coach Kevin Stefanski called him a great kid and praised his work ethic. Said he's one of the first in the building, grinding like he's fighting for his life. Because honestly, he is. This isn't just about making the roster. It's about shaking up the depth chart. When Shedeur walks into the facility, he passes by Stefanski's office every morning, early, locked in, prepared. He's not coasting on talent or family legacy. He's earning it. And he knows exactly what's at stake. But still, people doubt. They look at the 5th round pick, the crowd of veterans ahead of him, and assume it's a long shot. They point to the draft day slide and the whispers about his mechanics. What they don't realize is that Sanders was built in chaos. In college, he took more hits than most quarterbacks do in 2 years. He kept getting up. He kept delivering. And when the pocket was clean, he was surgical. That's what makes him dangerous now. Behind a functional NFL line with time to throw, his ball placement becomes a weapon. He's already showing he can read defenses, manipulate safeties, and deliver with touch. And he's doing it in practice reps with limited time to learn the system. If this is what he looks like in May, what does August look like? Still, he's not the headline. Mainstream media keeps circling the same names. Joe Flacco, the veteran with the resume, Kenny Pickett, the struggling former starter trying to stay relevant, and Dillon Gabriel, the draft pick that was supposed to be the guy. But Shedeur, he's operating in the shadows, quiet, efficient, deadly. The coaching staff sees it, the players feel it, the fans, they're starting to catch on. Because Shedeur isn't just a rookie quarterback, he's a potential franchise reset. A low-risk pick with high-reward upside that could flip the Browns' future if given a real shot. And if you listen to guys like Louis Riddick, he doesn't just think Shedeur could make the roster, he thinks he could start Week 1, right now. The numbers back it up. Last year, behind a collapsing line, Shedeur put up elite-level stats, over 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions. And those weren't just empty numbers and blowouts. He carried games, extended plays, and showed off NFL-level ball control under pressure. That's the stuff coaches care about. That's the stuff that translates. And yet, there's almost no national conversation about him. That's how it starts. Great players don't always arrive with hype. Sometimes they show up when no one's watching and take over from the inside. That's what's happening right now in Cleveland. Flacco might have the name, Pickett might have the reps, Gabriel might have the draft status. But Shedeur? He's got something you can't teach: poise, grit, precision. This is the same kid who grew up around Deion Sanders, watched the spotlight move in every direction, and never flinched. Now, the spotlight's finding him, and he looks ready. He's not asking for the job, he's just taking it, one practice at a time. And if the Browns are really serious about letting the best quarterback win, we might be watching the beginning of a quarterback story no one expected, because Shedeur Sanders wasn't supposed to be here. But now that he is, he might never give the job back. What do you think?